This video we're going to take a quick look at a brand new offering from Schrade for 2017, the SCHMBS. They're calling this the Priscilla. That's coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So the folks at Schrade were kind enough to send me a review sample for one of their 2017 new models that's coming out, and it's the SCHMBS. They're calling this the Priscilla for some reason. Let me back up and let you get a bigger, longer range look at this thing. It is a Joshua Waggoner design. The MBH stands for Makhaira Brush Sword. Makhaira, I believe I got that right, is a name that is basically it means a single-edged weapon or tool. And this is a pretty good size tool or knife, whatever you want to call it here now. It's almost like machete size. Got a really nice recurve on it. Nice belly up in here. I got my phone out here to tell you the specs because that's the closest I can do. This thing is 3 CR13 MOV steel, which is pretty good. It's a standard kind of Schrade steel for machetes and chopping type instruments because it takes a pretty good beating. It's got textured TPE handles. It's a full tang, so the tang goes all the way through the handle to the bottom. This overall length of this Makhaira, or the Priscilla as we'll call it, is 22.62 inches long. It's got a handle length of about 6.5 inches here, and the blade length is 16.06 inches. So it's a big mama jamma. It weighs about 1¼ pounds. For those of you who are still stuck in the metric system, I'll try to put those measurements on the screen there. I don't have them with me right now, but a couple things that stand out about this to me, first of all, is it's got a very, very straight back spine on it, so it's kind of cool looking. It's got a really big belly right here, so then this recurve here would lend itself, I think, really well to like brush cutting. So I think the belly is going to do well for chopping, and then we got brush cutting here. It's a very comfortable handle. It's got a big swell at the end of it right here. You can really get a hold of. I got to tell you, it feels really good. You know I like big knives anyway. I was really impressed with the sharpness of this thing right out of the box. So without me doing a bunch more rambling, and I just want you to look at, if I can get a focus on that, look at the point on this thing. This thing is like crazy, crazy pointy sharp. Look at the evenness of that grind on the tip. I mean, that is this is from the back view. That thing is just really nice. They did an excellent job. I'll show you this edge on this blade right now real quickly. Whereas we're working our way on down all the way to the bottom. Very, very nice. Got a little bit of a swell here for like a finger guard. Keep your hand from coming up. Really comfortable handle. So anyway, I said I was going to quit rambling, and yet I kept on rambling. So let's get to doing some of that Priscilla stuff. Okay, so before we start doing some chopping, I want to show you this thing actually comes with a baldric sheath. And basically, it's got these little clips that hang around here. On both sides, got some little wings on it. It's a TPE thermoplastic sheath, so really solid. Got a lot of lashing points around it. Adjustable shoulder strap, and just pretty much hangs one side or the other. I carry mine like right here, on the left side, because I'm right-handed. It's got a nice little snap here. So anyway, without a bunch more rambling, we got kind of a dead tree here we start on, because we're only cutting too much live stuff here in the park, and we'll pull this thing out and get to doing some of that chopping stuff. Let's just see what we can do here. Oh, baby. So I thought we'd do a quick, actual real chopping test on this thing instead of little branches. So we got a pretty good chunk of piece of oak here. Let's see what we can do with that. Wow, look at that thing. It bit in pretty good. Get a little silly and ridiculous here for this thing. You see, this is a big old blade, 16 inches blade. This is definitely not a bushcraft knife, but be a pretty handy thing to have with you. You know what's coming next, right? Okay, well, it's been a quick look at the new for 2017 Schrade Priscilla, and gotta say I'm pretty impressed with this blade to be as large as it is. Again, a 16-inch overall blade. The nice recurve really does give it some, in my opinion, some pretty good abilities and advantages over maybe a straight machete blade. First of all, chopping. I don't know if you can see this, but I just noticed this. The back of the spine, I don't know, this is maybe 1/8 of an inch thick here. As it gets up towards this belly, it actually gets thicker right here. You can see that, hopefully, yeah, you can see that, I think. Which increases the mass right here in this belly part, which is really, I call it belly, I don't know what you want to call it, but in this part here, which really gives it great choppability. When I was chopping on that big, thick piece of oak, it really did a great job. It bites in really good, and if you hit it right, hit it about right here on the sweet spot, man, it bites deep. The TPE handle does a pretty good job of absorbing that shock. Still get a little bit of shock if you hit it just a little bit wrong, but that's pretty common with a machete type instrument. But it really was not uncomfortable at all. Did a great job there. The recurve here actually does knife stuff pretty good. As you saw, it was reasonably easy to control, making some feathers. Good sharp spine on back. I mean, I have to say, I think this is going to be a winner for Schrade. I really like this design. It's just very ergonomic and easy to use, and it looks pretty cool too. One thing I will say is that a big knife like this, a big bladed instrument like this, it's really important that you check the balance. And I really like to have my high-tech, state-of-the-art testing equipment, but we don't have that here, so we're going to make do. So let's just give it a whirl. We're going to call that one calibrated. Yeah, I like it. Chuck Norris can jump to the bottom of a bottomless pit. Okay, well, that was a quick look at the new for 2017 Schrade SCHMBS Priscilla Makhaira Brush Sword. And I got to tell you, I'm really liking this one. Based just on what little bit of use I just did with it. And by the way, let me just show you, this edge is still pristine and wonderful. All that chopping and whatever didn't hurt a thing. And the tip is still perfect, even after the, look at that, wow. Would you just look at that? Even after the balance testing. So, based on my initial use anyway, I think Schrade and Joshua Waggoner got this one right. I'm going to say this may be the most ergonomically friendly, useful machete type blade, at least for the Eastern Woodlands, that I have ever used. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks again to the folks at Schrade for sending me this so I can show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up and for sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time. Maybe a little recalibration. Not bad for a second shot, right?